Welcome to this 12-month Buddhist practice, which I think you're going to find very helpful, very informative, and very fun to actually do. Whether you are a new Buddhist or an established Buddhist, you're going to find some benefit to this 12-month practice. What we're going to be doing is what we call the Threefold Training in Buddhism, which is based upon the Buddha's Eightfold Path. So, if you know a little bit about Buddhism, you know the Buddha talked about his Noble Eightfold Path, which is the path he gives towards enlightenment that we can follow. But the groupings of that Eightfold Path are known as wisdom, morality, conduct, and concentration. Those three groupings are the threefold training in Buddhism, and you find the Buddhist traditions are practicing in different ways, but this is essentially what we're doing. What we're going to do as part of this 12 months practice is that the threefold training. So every 4 months is a different grouping. So again, in January, we'll do wisdom, for example, and then we'll move on to morality and conduct, and then finally concentration. If you come into this series, this video later on in a year, you can start wherever you want to. It doesn't have to start in January, it's wherever you want it to start. If you are an established Buddhist and you have a daily practice, continue that. There's nothing changing here. Whatever relationship you have with your teacher monastic, you're continuing that. You can look at this as very complementary and a way to explore Buddhism and Buddhist practice. So here's what we're going to do. Every 4 months, as I mentioned, is a different part of the threefold training. The first month, of course, here is going to be January, and we're going to focus on the wisdom category of the threefold training. What I like to do in January is have us explore the basics of Buddhism. If you're new to Buddhism, this is a great place to start. If you're an established Buddhist, this is even a great place to reintroduce yourself to the basics of Buddhism. I find that very helpful as well. For example, I go back and read a book about the basics of Buddhism or listen to a Dharma talk by a monastic. I may be listening to that or reading that and going, you know what, there's something about that that's now clicking with me because I've been practicing Buddhism that I can understand it a little bit better. Or maybe hear from a different teacher, a different monastic can help me understand in that way. So whether you're new or a current Buddhist, this is going to be a great way for you to start. I'm going to put a couple of things inside the description here, including to my group, where we can discuss all of these different parts as we continue through this 12 months. We can talk about the different exposure you have, the different things you've learned, challenges, and find a way to talk about it that way, but also link to different books and videos and podcasts for this first month. If you don't have any money, for example, you can definitely download for free our ebook, Buddhism in 10 Steps, a great way to introduce you to the basics of Buddhism. But I'm going to give you a lot of different resources to help you as we go through every single month. So with that, welcome, and I'm excited to see what you learn and experience on this 12 months practice. And congratulations on beginning your journey in Buddhism.